Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Greetings, interdimensional space travelers in the 9th level of unity consciousness. The waves of new creation are flowing in, activating all portals, which are wormholes in the space-time continuum, to merge all timelines and dimensions into the still center within every living heart. As all chakras activate and open in the rising of our Kundalini energy, we are uplifted and up-leveled to our higher self of 5th dimensional reality. The simulation is transforming into the Pure Land as we bridge heaven and earth with the power of our almighty I Am presence and our divine will and pure intent. We now have access to the totality of our infinite multidimensional selves to fully come online in our missions of ascension manifestors of celestial frequencies of the music of the spheres. These universal codes are coming in from the great central sun, which is an interdimensional hub of light down through our Solaris and into Gaia and every living heart of humanity and all sentient beings of pure light. We had multiple waves of plasma gamma light flowing in today, appearing on the Schumann charts as amplitudes of 2820 and a big blast at 51 Hertz. To kick this quickening up a notch, the dial is turning up to come into the cymatics of the new sacred geometry of pure 5D resonance. Our star nations and families are between us and the Kuiper belt to assist Gaia and all her children in this great ascension. Although the great awakening and ascension is in the hands of all our ground crew earth angels of the 144, we are being assisted and protected by our teams from the Most High. The angels, star nations, ascended masters, spirit guides, archangels, and all higher dimensionals. We can connect through our heart vibrations of joy and love, and if need be, the assistance of the whale and dolphin nations of the new Lemuria. The Christ consciousness of love and unity, realizing your connection to all things in all realms, timelines, and dimensions by living directly from the heart. Our Council of 9 connects to you now to transmit your new codes and missions of co-creating heaven on earth for all living beings to thrive in the new golden age of eternal bliss consciousness. The new time of enlightenment is upon us. Let go and allow the stream of pure consciousness to carry you home to the other shore. Gate, gate, para samgate, Bodhisvaha. Aho. And with these massive waves coming in all day, we had many activations all over Pachamama. We had 110 M1.5 or greater earthquakes in the last 24 hours, the most powerful today on the Ring of Fire, Indonesia 4.9, earlier today Dominican Republic 3.3, Westmoreland, California 3.6, Council of 9 Energies, Beaver, Utah 3.3, 33 Divine Mastery, Guadalupe with more New Atlantis energy, Divine Masculine 4.4, Divine 44, south of Java, Indonesia 4.3, Nicaragua, Central America another 4.4, activation home of our Mayan elders 8.8 portal, Lionsgate, Lyra Nation, Bandon, Oregon 4.7, Puerto Rico 3.0, Boyle Heights, California 3.6, another 9 activation, 9.9 portal, Oaxaca, Mexico 4.4, and the root chakra Pachamama again today, South Sandwich Islands 4.8, 12 Divine Feminine, Puerto Rico 3.3, 3.1, San Antonio de los Cobres on the Tropic of Capricorn, South America, Argentina, in the Andes Mountains, home of our sacred condors 4.2, and then in Armenia, another 4.2 activation 6.6, and this activation in Armenia was between the Black Sea and the Caspian Sea, in the Caucasus Mountains, where the word Caucasian came from, and this is in between Russia, Turkey, and Iran, where the Zagros Mountains meet the Caucasus. This is an ancient stargate and a very powerful ley line. And then back down to South America, Chile, 4.0, close to the North Pole, north of Svalbard, 4.7, Taiwan, 4.4, south of Fiji Islands, 4.5, Council of 9, very deep, 586 kilometers depth. Then Indonesia, 4.6, Puerto Rico, 3.1, Fiji, 4.3, 599 kilometers depth. Bonin Islands, Japan, 4.4, 518 kilometers depth. Indonesia, 4.9, and New Zealand, 4.9, 13.13 of the 4.4, and to the 8, Puerto Rico, 3.5, 888 activation. Gaia is activated, and we are totally activated, and all rises together in this great ascension journey. Now we continue with the Sabian symbols. Right now the moon is at 20 degrees, 50 minutes Gemini. The sun is at 1 degree, 54 minutes Scorpio. The current Sabian symbol for the sun at 2 degrees Scorpio. A broken bottle and spilled perfume. The current Sabian symbol for the moon at 21 degrees Gemini. A tumultuous labor demonstration from astrologyweekly.com. And now my sacred Condor pulls a card for you today from the tarot deck, Dreams of Gaia, from Raven Phelan. And the card she pulled for you today is card 12, Love. Keywords: love, infatuation, love for self, confidence, love for life, expansion. Key phrases: experience love in all its forms. Love is multifaceted. Your love will shape you or break you. A past love re-enters your life. A love that deserves a second chance. Is it love or infatuation? How do you feel about yourself? Honor your body as a temple. Stop making comparisons. Make time to love and nurture yourself. Love and enjoy your uniqueness. Do what makes your heart sing. Open your heart to new loves. Meaning, the fourth reason for being is to experience love in all of its forms, from codependent and need-based love to big, unconditional, universal love, and to understand that love comes in many different forms and guises. There is the innocent, trusting love that a child has for a parent, and the unconditional love a parent has for a child. There is the love one has for self and the love one has for others. There is the love we feel when we do the things we love, and the love we feel when others appreciate what we do. There is our love for family, love for community, love for nature, love for the gods we choose to worship, whether those gods be born of science or religion, or the humans we choose to idolize. There is sexual love, platonic love, playful, affectionate love, selfless love, crazy love, and more. We are here to learn that love is as multifaceted as we are, and that love is neither intrinsically good nor bad. Love is a cosmic force that will shape us or break us, depending on how we choose to experience it. And just as we have a choice in what we experience, we have a choice in how we perceive and experience love. Now today, from Divine Sister of the Light, Celia Fenn, with the sun moving into Scorpio, we are also entering a pivotal time in the Great Awakening and transformation, including the 11:11 on the 11th of November, the 12:12 on the 12th of December, and the powerful Solstice Gateway on the 21st of December. The energies of water and fire are very strong at the moment. Scorpio is a water sign, and we would do well in the coming days to remember to flow with what is and not try to resist. There are powerful forces in motion on many dimensions. Surrender and flow will bring us to where we need to be. The phoenix, as the firebird, represents the transmutative energy of Scorpio as we arise, both individually and collectively, to a new way of being on the earth, as multidimensional beings of light and energy in physical form. As we pass through the coming days, it is also good to remember that we are in the midst of this process of ascension and transformation, and that we do not need to know all the answers right now. We need to trust the process and know that all will be well. The new earth and the new cycle is not dependent on who wins an election or any human government. We are sovereign beings, and we determine our life through our choices. We should never allow anyone to make us feel like victims, for in truth we are not. We have everything that we need within us to make the choice for peace and love and harmony. Your soul, higher self knows what to do. All you have to do is listen. From StarChildGlobal.com. And from Divine Brothor of the Light, Pars Kute, Flash Overtura is an introduction to something more substantial. Overtura is the beginning of the flash. This is the beginning of the end of darkness, the great remembrance, the great awakening. We may also feel in our hearts the wave of the great flash, of the cosmic wave of love. This will inevitably lead into what some people call the solar flash, and is in fact a galactic super wave leading into the event. Victory of the light, within divine love of one, and in service, Pars Kute. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Judith Kusel, my most heart and soul-felt prayer has always been and will be that I can lovingly serve the divine in all and every way and form I can, with all that I am in truth, and in the highest and best way for the highest good of all concerned, always the greater work, the greater purpose, within the greater whole. For in truth, life is never just about the I and the me, it's about the greater service within the whole of divinity. It's both immensely humbling, yet at the same time empowering. All is but the power of love. From JudithKusel.com. And from Divine Brothor of the Light, Rick Jewers, update. The first wave, the vanguard, the strongest of the strong, are experiencing massive energetic upgrades, and this will continue for an indefinite period of linear time. The incoming light and enhanced energetics sent from the sun is to enhance your divine abilities to the strongest yet, and to more effectively enhance the upliftment overall of this planetary ascension. The vanguard are to allow for the integration of these energetic values and maintain your focus toward the upgrading. The more consciously aware that you are through your focus, the more knowledge and unforeseen things that become seen during this integration period, which also reveals more of your purpose. During peak periods of this influx, you are to relax, do little, and analyze the energetic effects occurring upon and within your temple. The harbinger seen on the main energetic source for this dimension today indicates the emergence of the collective into the divine royalty and authoritative mode, where those of the vanguard are further prepared for their respective authoritative roles in this now and immediate linear future. You are the leaders for humanity. You are their direction, as they awaken from their slumber and see what has been prepared for them to quickly heal within and swiftly grow. All waves are being affected, for all are connected, and the upgrades and enhancements will vary from wave to wave, as well as between individuals of specific waves. The collective focus is becoming more in alignment with the new as the old is dropped, and in some cases pride from the hands of those that try to hold on to a lower timeline that is not and will not be compatible any longer. A great shift forward is occurring, and there is no descending back to the past ways. This is the ascension to take humanity forward, and nothing deters nor changes that forward momentum. All waves will have higher purpose and missions revealed to them on an individual basis that aligns with the collective mission. More of the logical thought process is being dropped as each soul activates their higher knowing through feeling that delivers the divine knowing into the consciousness, replacing the primitive aspects of logical thought. As the confines of logical thought are penetrated by divine knowing, one becomes more empowered by following this higher form of their own navigating process that allows for higher experience and testimony to occur. The twin flame representatives are to further their development as a whole at this most advantageous energetic time. Love and light, divine counsel, Rick. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Thea, Grace, Sirius. The gateway to Sirius, the new earth. Dearest ones, soul on earth may sometimes wonder what life on earth is all about. Not everyone can imagine what a new heaven on earth can possibly be like. The talk of love and light may be an anathema to them. The earth to them feels as if it is a place of anger, sadness, greed, illness, and poverty. These thoughts and emotions have been instilled in many of you for eons of your time on earth. Souls come in and go out, enduring much hatred to other souls in their time incarnate on the planet. It is sometimes embedded in their very way of being, so to speak. This way of life has been engendered by the darkness that abounded on earth from souls who feed on these dark emotions. Dearest ones, it is time now to rise up and clear these dark emotions from your soul. Most of you who hear these words are understanding what is happening and are working hard on yourselves to transcend from darkness into light. This is the work that you came here to do, dear ones. The time is now that you will all move from the third dimension into a fifth dimension of heaven on earth. Earth, or Gaia as she is known, is a living, breathing organism, a being of love and light. She knows all of the souls on her planet, and she is helping you to clear the last vestiges of dark emotions within you. Do you not feel her love? However, she also knows the evil ones, and she has decreed that they will leave the planet now. Gaia is transcending as we speak, and she has no place for these dark souls on her planet. As you are seeing, there is a much movement from her as she also moves from the dark third dimension into a lighter fifth dimension, where all souls have her best interests at heart. You are all seeing the changes in her. Volcanoes erupting, earthquakes, high winds, floods, and strange weather patterns taking place. Many of her weather systems have been interfered with in the past by a dark agenda, and she is now slowly coming back into alignment and balance. Dark souls have been trying to control Gaia for centuries. She has been patient, waiting for humans to change, but it is time now for all souls who live on the planet to be in alignment with her. Many souls have come in to help her progress. Her weather patterns will change, and much of the planet will have moderate weather where humans can thrive. This may all seem like a pipe dream to you, and you may feel like this is in some distant future, but know that it is all happening now, dear ones. The frequencies that are bombarding Earth at this time are allowing those who are in tune with Gaia to proceed into the new Earth. No more poverty, disease, hunger, or lack of love. However, those of a lower vibration who are not willing to change will not be able to sustain these frequencies. Many of you have noticed many symptoms in your bodies as you go through these new frequencies, which has never been known on the planet before. Your body is catching up with your soul, so to speak. Be gentle with yourself and ask your body what it needs to go through these frequencies. Your body is changing from carbon-based to crystalline, and as such you need to welcome these changes, however hard they may be. Many of you are feeling exhausted and are having very odd symptoms as you go through these new frequencies. Your body and soul connect to Gaia, so always talk to your body and Gaia and listen to what they have to tell you. The cells in your body are constantly renewing themselves, and they know exactly what they need. Your body may need more rest, more sunlight, more nutrients, or more exercise. Be at one with your body and learn to love it no matter what happens. There is always a lesson to learn in any symptom. It is hard for humans to understand, but in every illness there is a lesson for the soul, however hard that may be for you to hear. The more that you learn to listen and to love the body that your soul abides within, the more peaceful you can become. There have been many technologies which have been hidden from you by a dark agenda. Many of the illnesses of mankind have been perpetuated by a dark controlling agenda. They know that many illnesses could have been cured eons ago, and many illnesses have been started by them to make money on the so-called cure. Money which is given with a good heart to some so-called charitable organizations goes straight to these evil ones. Many of the so-called illnesses in the world have actually been caused by a dark agenda to make money from a so-called cure and to keep the population living in a matrix of fear. You have been kept from knowing about your own sovereign power as a being of God. God has given every single human being on earth a perfect immune system which keeps the body in balance. However, over the last few centuries, your earth has been bombarded by the dark agenda with much pollution and many so-called epidemics in a way to control you and to make vast sums of money on finding so-called cures. Over the last year, many people have been in fear of another such one, which appeared to kill many people. However, dear ones, a certain number of people die each year, and this has not changed. The fear of this so-called CD has been orchestrated by the dark to control the population. The so-called CD was produced synthetically by the Dark Agenda, and a cure in the injection was produced apparently very quickly, but this was already in operation and was used in an aim to depopulate and control humans, not to cure them. God gave all souls free will to live on Earth, to learn their lessons, and higher beings were not allowed to interfere. However, dear ones, this agenda to depopulate the world has stepped over the line of non-interference, and Gaia sent out a call to the universe for the higher beings to help. Much of the damage that the V could have caused has been ameliorated by the higher beings for many star systems. Some souls did not incarnate to take the V to experience symptoms and to wake the population from their slumber, and some brave souls did incarnate to die from the V to awaken other souls in their vicinity. Many of you are amidst others who are still sleeping, so to speak, and believe what some corrupt governments are telling them. Those of you who have awoken are feeling frustrated by others around you who are still asleep. But have faith, dear ones, for all is well and your time will come. There is a groundswell of souls awakening on the planet, and once awake they sleep no more. The frequencies will continue until all souls awaken, and the darkness will be no more. You will be much needed to help those when they learn of the unpleasant truths which are beginning to come to light. Those governments who are corrupt and continue to keep the population in fear will be overtaken by others in the light, and local communities will be more able to govern themselves. Many of you worry about your friends and family who have taken the V. Worry not, dear ones, for mostly they have been neutralized and will cause them no harm. They too will be as you when the truth comes out to what has actually been going on, and that time is very soon. All you can do now is just be yourselves. You cannot persuade others to think as you do. They will learn in time and be as you are now. They need to learn for themselves as you have done. The frequencies on Earth are such that they are awakening many, many more souls to their own mission on Earth at this time, and for all dark, evil souls to leave the planet. This is decreed and will happen. Dear ones, no more fear now as the world is changing. Look around you and see the changes that are happening. Gaia is ascending, and you are ascending with her. Look forward to all that you so desire and manifest the new Earth now. No more fear of illness, poverty, and lack of love, for Gaia will give you all that you need. Talk to her and ask her how you can help, and she will give you all that you need to survive. You are strong, you are powerful, and you can manifest the new Earth yourselves in communities with other like-minded souls. Decide to leave the matrix of fear that the dark side have tried to install in you. Belief is a powerful thing, dear ones. Learn to believe in a loving God as a part of you, and have faith in an abundant earth now, and nothing or no one can ever harm you. You will be given all that you so desire. There is much talk about the days of darkness, but in truth, if all souls awoke to know that they are a part of God and in tune with Gaia now, there will be no darkness. New free, sustainable energies will be found, and new ways of clearing the earth of pollution that humanity has caused will come to light. God, Gaia, and higher realms will always support all of you who ask. Dear ones, the time is now to connect with Gaia. Know that you all came here to be with her, to bring in the new earth, and that time is now. Rejoice with God and Gaia as you all bring in the new earth together. We are with you as you transcend from darkness into light, and we send you much love and many blessings on your own journey. From TheaGraySirius.wordpress.com, and from Divine Brothor of the Light Cobra and the Portal, Music of the Spheres, many angelic beings are now entering the solar system from the cosmic sea of love, which now fills interstellar space throughout the galaxy, creating music of the spheres, which extends from the Kuiper belt to lunar orbit. And now I also received the same message from the Arcturians last night and this morning. All the star nations are ready for full disclosure and first contact with humanity. And these are the benevolent beings that care about humanity and Gaia and our great mission here upon Pachamama. And from Here in the Moon Astrology, Sunday, October 24th, 2021, Developing X-Ray Vision. The Sun entered Pluto's sign of Scorpio on October 23rd, shifting the energy inwards after the intense Aries full moon. When the Sun travels through Scorpio, it's the season to become an intronaut, to make a deep dive into yin water, to use your X-ray vision to see right through surface pretense to the underbelly of life, to come out of the virtual coma of 24/7 distraction and to feel what you're feeling. And what you're feeling probably won't be pretty or superficial or full of light, but it will be real. This is the true power of scorpionic crisis and reorientation. On Sunday, October 31st, Mars, Scorpio's other ruler, joins the Sun in the 8th sign, but just before the warrior enters Scorpio, he conjuncts deep space planet Haumea. The 4th largest Kuiper belt planet is as important and as powerful as Pluto, with a strapline of the terrible gift, terrible as in awesome and disturbing. Haumea catalyzes tipping points, both inner and outer. Tread carefully, as tempers will flare and people will be much more sensitive than usual, and with the Sun and Mars at odds with Jupiter, things could easily get out of proportion. Examine your own motives and remember that words have the power either to harm or heal. Become an evolutionary alchemist and shadow shaman. From Here in the Moon, astrology.co.uk. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Leah Whitehorse. Mercury in Libra, quincunx, Uranus retrograde in Taurus, Saturn in Aquarius trine Hygeia in Libra. There is a glitch in the program, a flicker in the matrix. Nerves are pulled tight as we try to figure out what we're seeing. For some, this may manifest as information filtering through from higher consciousness, messages coming through synchronicity, dreams, or sudden brainwaves, and yet the real meaning may not be immediately apparent. There's excitement as well as odd sensations of not knowing what to expect next, maybe a little deja vu thrown in for good measure. Take what comes and file it away for future reference. It will make more sense in a couple of weeks. What helps is Saturn's trine to Hygeia. It anchors and grounds us and teaches us to be patient, asks us to be responsible, helps us to have a thicker skin, aids in our ability to say no when necessary. Right now in our relationships, it's important to find the balance between offering constructive support whilst maintaining good boundaries. Healthy connections go a long way to building a better future. Be kind. From LeahWhitehorse.com. And from Divine Brothor of the Light, Sean Caulfield. The Memory Key. 9th Wave Calendar Insights. Night 108, 24th of October 2021. 9. Moluk. Water. The 9th wave calendar is the memory key and can be understood to align with the vibrational resonances of the new incoming cosmic light frequency. This light is transcending the immature imprints of duality and healing the collective soul. The 9th wave calendar is the newly activated spiritual calendar of divine universal time, and it can be understood to transcend the 260-day Tzolk'in. Its flow has the highest, most condensed frequency and moves like a serpent in a sine wave motion of 18 days of light, day, and 18 days of shadow, night. To a cosmic time schedule, the 9th wave calendar began on March 9th, 2011. And completed to full maturity on the 28th of October 2011, together with all 9 creation waves. Since 2011, the 9 creation waves can thus be understood as continuing together in truth to the memory creation conceived itself by billions of years ago. The timing schedule of the 9th wave calendar can be understood in the codes of the Mayan calendar 9-level pyramid. For an in-depth understanding, read the books of Dr. Kallman, CALLEMAN.com. In this code, nothing is random. Everything happens for a reason and a purpose. Evolution can be understood to be in support of itself to transcend the limits of time and grow to a more and more mature state of being. Paradoxically, humanity is evolving in support of itself collectively to transcend the immature imprints of mind's memory. This is happening by growing with the wisdom of the universal heart to a more and more mature state of being cosmic light. Our inner light is advancing beyond the physical dimension to become fully multidimensional. Our physical light body is evolving to become more and more of a spiritual light body. In terms of the schedule of the timekeeping of the 9th wave calendar, one can follow this in various ways. For the beginner, one can start by noticing the energy shifts in the 18 days of light and the 18 days of shadow. If you follow the 260-day Tzolk'in, you will notice how the 9th wave calendar overlaps this chart and what effects one might sense. It is important to understand that the 9th wave calendar transcends the 260-day Tzolk'in. The first 8 levels were born out of the 260-day Tzolk'in, but the 9th level was not. The reason is because the 9th level, from where the 9th wave emanates, was 234 days in duration, and thus the 260-day Tzolk'in does not fit inside the 234 days of the 9th level. The 9th wave thus transcends the 260-day Tzolk'in because its initiating cycle of 234 days is smaller than 260 days. The Tzolk'in is the personal traditional calendar of the Maya. It has been in use for thousands of years. In terms of the 9th wave calendar, what day each 18-day begins in the Tzolk'in can be understood to have a bearing on consciousness. The 18 days of light begins in a west direction, sun sign. Like on the 30th October 2021 is 2 Eagle, day 109 begins. And the 18 days of shadow begins in an east direction, sun sign. Like these 18 days of shadow, night 108, starting with 10 Earth on the 12th of October 2021. Also to note that the midpoint is either a south or north direction sun sign. Like these 18 days, the midpoint was 6 Death, north, on the 21st of October 2021. So there are 4x9 cycles and a 36-day 9th wave calendar cycle of ebbing and flowing, and each starts with a direction moving anti-clockwise, but also clockwise as it aligns to the tune. This movement is like gears locking into each other. This code of understanding stems from the Tun 360-day calendar clockwise and the Tzolk'in 260-day calendar anti-clockwise, weaving into each other. It is very evident how our world is changing. The flaws of time are surfacing. The destructive imprint of the past is being seen. The 9th wave calendar is the memory key. It aligns to the incoming cosmic light that is opening the doors to our destiny of a transparent, heart-centered new earth. Together we are birthing a world filled with love and peace. From the universalfrequency.com. And today from the Tzolk'in Times, Keen 54, White Lunar Wizard. Lunar is the name for the number 2, and its keywords are polarize, challenge, and stabilize. Lunar days can be tough, no doubt, but any journey worth taking has its obstacles, and on number 2 days we can practice the art of problem solving. We have just embarked on a 13-day journey of the Red Skywalker, which invites us to do things out of the ordinary, to be explorers and to partake in adventures. This being the 2nd day, we must identify what challenges we face so we may progress. Today is White Wizard, and the key words associated with it are enchantment, receptivity, and timelessness. The Wizard of the Tzolk'in is a charming character who can mesmerize all that encounters him. If you are a wizard, you are always charming, but when it's your day, you have even more power over others, so be careful how you use your charms. We can all take a leaf out of Wizard's Book of Spells and be wizards ourselves today and enchant others. As it is a lunar day, and that represents challenges, beware that you do not fall under the spell of some who misuse their charm. The guide for the day is White World Bridger. The wizard and the world bridger are both very shamanic and go well together. This suggests that today could be a little trippy. An invitation to go down the rabbit hole may come your way. The bridge you cross may well be enchanted. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, White Lunar Wizard, 2 Ish, Kin 54, 24th of October 2021, Stabilizing Polarity, 24-10-2021 equal 24-1-23 equal 24-24 equal 6-6 equal 12 equal 3, 6-6 Divine Heaven Portal, day codes 24 Charisma, Magnetism, Healing, 6 Heaven, Christ, Romance, Family, Fertility, 3. Holy Trinity, joy, creativity. Month year codes. 10. Manifestation, authority, power. 1. New beginnings, leader, original. 15. Spiritual alchemy, charisma, magnetism. 6. Heaven, Christ, romance, harmony. Keen 54 = 9. Destiny, service, compassion, humanity, endings. Heaven sent, magic, stabilizing duality challenges today. Day 2 in the Red Skywalker wave spell of awakening, exploration, and expansion. Today we become aware of the opposing physical forces at play on the Earth plane, which have limited our growth and expansion, thwarting our adventures. We realize that we are needing to anchor deeply into the Earth, creating a solid foundation in order to launch our expansion into the stars. Tone of creation, lunar tone 2 in the physical realm. The lunar tone represents the sacred twins, cooperation, relationship, polarity of male and female, and duality. Its action polarizes, power challenges, essence stabilizing. Today's code very strongly emphasizes the duality game here on Earth, and the constant battle between opposing forces, light versus dark, good versus evil, yin versus yang, masculine versus feminine. These dueling forces create friction and resistance to keep each other in check, so that no one force becomes too dominant. This constant flux can be quite challenging and draining for those being buffeted by this push-pull dynamic. The solution is to stabilize these forces by acknowledging both forces and coming to a point of neutrality or unity, as two opposing forces join together to become one, both different and equal expressions of the one, two sides of the one coin. Stabilizing the polarity then creates the space for exploration, expansion, and adventure. Today we have a 6-6 code seeking to liberate this polarity battle and build a new foundation of peace based on divine harmony. Our free-spirited angelic Skywalker is helping us expand into new adventures. But first we must harmonize our relationships and polarity conflict to attain the state of peace and freedom both within and without. A day filled with questioning how you can transcend the old paradigm of conflict, resistance, and challenge, using your inner magician with the power of accomplishment. It is time to step out of the duality game and all its possible challenges in order to resolve fears, leading you back to wholeness. Become more receptive to the magic that surrounds you and shoot for the stars. A new world awaits. The strongest tree is that which is grown in windy conditions, often on sloping land, forcing its roots to grow deep and thicken as support to anchor the emerging tree. The deeper and stronger your foundation, born of adversity, the stronger and more brilliant you become. Whatever challenges we encounter on our journey, we must not stagnate in the dark void. We must keep stretching and growing around all obstacles and limitations. As we seek new ground, new adventures, and new realms in which to expand, we are planting new seeds each day in order to co-create the new dreaming, and thus create our own Garden of Eden, brimming with the bounty of fruitful abundance, anchoring heaven on earth. Today's question is, how can I use white magic to overcome any obstacles and challenges in order to experience greater growth and expansion through connecting with my keen? Divine blessings for your transcendence from polarity challenges and resistance as you reach for the stars. In la ketch a la keen, Christina, White Magnetic World Bridger, Keen 66. Note, posted at 8:08 = 16 = 7, magic. Keen 54, White Lunar Wizard. The mantra, the code for today is, I polarize in order to enchant. Stabilizing receptivity, I seal the output of timelessness. With the lunar tone of challenge, I am guided by the power of death. And on this powerful day, beloved beings of light, let us know in the comments below what you're feeling, what you're seeing, your visions, your dreams, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions. And we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. Now I'd like to take the time to thank everyone supporting us in our work and mission. It's because of your monthly pledges and donations that we're able to continue this work. So we thank you all very much and appreciate each and every one of you that are supporting us in our work and mission and supporting these channels on YouTube. We'd like to thank Divine Bro Thor of the Light, Reid Cain, for raising your pledge on Patreon, and welcome to the Council of 12. We appreciate you very much, Divine Brother, and all of you for your continued support. If you'd like to support our work, our mission, and our channel, you can make a monthly pledge on Patreon at our link at whitegoldeagle.com. Now I'd like to also thank Divine Bro Thor of the Light, David Levesque, for your donation today. Thank you very much, Divine Brother of the Light. We truly appreciate you and your support. If you'd like to make a one-time donation, you could do so to our PayPal account at eaglelovecondor.com. Now I'd like to also thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condor's artwork on Etsy. You can purchase her beautiful handmade goddess totems, zodiac goddesses, and angels, and other works of art at her link at lunagoddessart.com. Now we're going to complete today's transmissions with powerful codes from our Pleiadian Bro Thors and Sistars of the Light. Pleiades 1 messages, October 23rd, 2021. P1 calling Terrans for origins recognition, attention for calls in PVSE-SDE. Terrans' quests for freedom increase, fragmentations diminish. Ancestral revelations continue to expand. Celestial realms are definitively established. Special projector for emissions anchoring, 44% non-regressive. Special projector for emissions and reverberation, 44% non-regressive. Ashtar, Conct Super 11, active and physical 1, reverb, 42% non-regressive. Lemurian pearls on bearers reconnections, support 52% non-regressive. Lemurian pearls on bearers reconnections, 53% reverb, non-regressive. Native forces ascend, Neva plus R plus integrated. Approved Nevic plus R plus certifications. Temporarily end of transmission, Pleiades 1. Supporting multiple opening portals from disclosurenews.it. Thank you for joining us today, beloved beings of light. 4141 coming in, the 144. Before we bid you all adieu, we are receiving messages from our higher dimensional friends, our star nations, the sky beings. You can connect with the Sirians, the Arcturians, the Andromedans, and the Pleiadians. If any of those resonate with you, they are directly linking to our team of the 144, and they are transmitting messages and energies to your physical avatars, and they can take you etherically to the med beds for any healing in your body. So ask the Sirians, the Arcturians, the Andromedans, if you care for their assistance or if you need them in this now. And as you know, the Pleiadians are always with us. And if you need help, call out to the whales and the dolphins to help you connect to your closest star families and star nations. Have a most beautiful and blessed ascension journey, and keep living from your sacred heart and feel the love of the Divine Father, Mother, Creator, Source, infinitely expanding Source through the Queen's chamber in your middle dantian, your heart center, with the Divine Feminine waves and the Goddess rising. We rise together. And always remember, Great Spirit always has every base covered. Keep walking gently your sacred path with heart, and shine your light brightly into the night. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.